reason that I'm doing this is to give everyone a sense of what an inexpensive coffee maker can do. That it seems like it works as well as the $1,500 to $2,000 machines. A little more work involved, but if you're just trying to get your feet wet, want to try a few things, this is definitely the way to go. So the first purchase was a little Mr. Coffee espresso maker. It makes 2 to 4 shots. And basically, it's just going to pressurize the water, put it through, ends up in the little carafe, you put it in your cup, you drink it. It's good. The other thing that it comes with is a little steamer, and the steamer helps you steam the milk, so that way you can make the cappuccino and you make your latte, so it tastes pretty good. What I found is the steamer works, but it's not great. What I ended up finding out is there's a device that's made in Germany that's just basically a milk frother. That's all it does, is froth milk. And it works really well. After you froth it, you can spoon it out into your cappuccino or your latte, add a little cinnamon, maybe even a little whipped cream if you want, and it's just like the coffee house. The real difference is you're not paying the big price. I mean, come on. This is a $47 unit. The milk frother is only $30, and the coffee itself, if you buy good whole bean coffee, you're basically making a 50-cent drink instead of paying $5 for your drink. Now, of course, it's not going to be as good, but when it comes down to it, when you're just wanting a quick pick-me-up coffee in the afternoon, it's a great way to do it at home. So that was my real reason for doing this, is I was researching the more expensive coffee makers, and I was like, I'm not going to spend $1,500 just to have an occasional coffee. But a $50 version and a $30 milk frother seems to do the trick. I already had the bean grinder. The bean grinders you can get probably for $20 to $25. This particular one is nice because it's programmable, so you set it to the type of coffee that you're going to be making and the amount that you're going to be making. So it automatically grinds it based on those parameters. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is measure out some coffee. Now you could use your little scooper if you want and scoop in how many things you're going to do, like it's 1 scoop per cup, so we do 4 scoops. I've found it's just as easy to take my little filter that I'm going to be using, measure it out to the amount that I think it's going to be, and then put it in. Since we're doing this in real time, you're actually going to hear this grinder go, but I'll try to be easy on your ears. Now I'm going to put it into the mark that's on the interior. I just shake it a little to level it out, and then I will use a coffee tamper. You won't want to tamp it too much, but you'll get used to it. So now you're basically just placing the coffee holder, putting it in the machine, twist it tight. Now I've pre-measured my water already up to the 4-cup mark, and I use filtered water so it tastes a little bit better. And just pour it into the machine. And then place it on it in preparation for the brewing. Important, screw your top down because it is pressurized. Now, before I turn this on, I'm going to get my milk started. So what I've done is I've pre-measured the amount of milk that I'm going to put in, and I won't use it all. I'm just going to show you, demonstrate how much it is. To do the milk frother, all we do is then press the froth button. It's automatically going to heat the milk, and it's going to froth. Now if you could see, which I'll show this later in another shot, but you'll see the milk rotating as it's being spun around, and being aerated. So now let's also turn on the brewer at the same time. Milk is still going, just finished. Coffee now is getting up to pressure. I can hear it a little bit more. So now it's shooting it through, as you can look closely into the carafe as it's brewing it in. So we're very close to having our coffee. So this would probably be the time where I tell you about why I was really looking at this. I'm experimenting with CBD oils. You've heard a lot about that on CBD oils. So just trying to find out the best way to deliver that and cost effective as well. So our coffee is just about done, and I'll mention that in the next video. This is just simply making a custom coffee with our milk frother today. Okay, so it sounds like it's done. We'll turn the unit in the off position. The other thing we're going to do, because it's a steam system, is you have to release the steam. You don't want to keep that under the steam. So, good time to put your face in front of it and get a little facial. Just kidding, don't do that because you'll probably then burn yourself. Just kidding. Okay, so we're going to pour our coffee. Trying not to spill, of course. Then we're going to place a little bit of our frothed milk. And you can see, well, I don't think you can, but if you look here, like that, you'll see the froth. But here's a better idea. Look at how it goes in. And I think the real nice part of that is the mouth feel to it. And then to give it a little bit of sweetness rather than sugar, I like to use a little whipped cream. Touch of cinnamon, and we're all set. So now you can see the cross section. You see the coffee, the milk, and the whipped cream. See, I can lean in. Now you can see what it looks like. All right. So anyway, we'll take some close-up pictures, and that's about it. Any questions? Feel free to make a comment, ask me a question, and I hope to get back to you very soon. And again, this was just a demo. This is not the real video version, but it happens to go online. Forgive me, because they used to call me One Take John, and I always like to do things in one take. I don't like to edit. So, enjoy. Salud. Gosh, that just tastes like going to a coffee house. I got that feeling of the cream, the feeling of the milk, and the nice warm espresso coffee. Works out pretty well. And for 50 cents to the glass, you can't go.